Hi, we're back, segment 3, and I finally found the article that Ray the Flagman had talked about regarding Bradley Manning, and he did get his sentence shortened. Manning had been a focus of a worldwide debate on government secrecy since she provided more than 700,000 documents, videos, diplomatic cables, and battlefield accounts to WikiLeaks, a leak for which she was sentenced to serve 35 years in prison and now reduced to 7 years. Manning, formerly known as Private First Class Bradley Manning, was born male but revealed after being convicted of espionage that she identifies as a woman. The White House said her sentence would end on May 17th of this year. So that's the story on Manning. Okay, Richard, finally, we got you calling in.
Well, Chuck, it's not because I didn't want to. It's just because, the Chuck Augustine show, it ought to be on once a week. We all know that.
Well, thank you, sir.
What I have is a stack of complaint forms here. They're blank forms from the Attorney General's office in Las Vegas, Nevada. And shortly I will be going to Las Vegas every 5 days for 7 weeks. So if anybody wants to carpool and go to the Attorney General's office, I'm up for it. We need to get government cleaned up on a county level. And I think a good place to start would be the Nye County Sheriff's Office with that recall election I've been pushing. Any ideas on that?
Richard, what's your website address again so people can look up and find you?
Yes, that's SueNyeCounty.com. That is one website. The other 52 websites, there's one for every state, and there's one for national issues. All of those are going to go dark in about 2 or 3 months, and every one of those websites nationwide, one for every state, is currently pointing to Nye County, and the eyes of the nation is on this county.
So that's SUE NyeCounty.com.
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. And you solicit anybody with information to on the website. You can fill out a form and hit send, right?
Yes, there's a contact button that goes to my email, and about a week ago I put my phone number on it. There is a discussion page on the Going Down the Road tab. We all know who needs to go down the road. We need an honest sheriff in there that can police the police that is in his employ.
Absolutely. When are you starting your trips to the Attorney General in Vegas?
Possibly about a week.
About a week. So people should contact you through the website?
Yes. Also, Dwight Lilly wants to get a meeting going once a week up at the library for victims of Nye County. He's trying to get an attorney there, but I don't hold out much hope for that. But there are other sources, former attorneys in the valley that have an education in real estate and law, and they can be of great help also.
Right. I talked to Dwight via email, and he hadn't quite come up with the first date, but as soon as that comes out, hopefully we'll get the word out on the date and time and location of where this thing's going to be.
Well, it'll be up at the library, but he's waiting for an attorney, so I'm going to have to tell him he has hopes of finding an attorney, and, he hasn't been around like you and I have. So.
Yeah, it's for people that don't know, everyone thinks, oh, I'll just sue the county if they do something to me. Well, it's a lot harder to do that than you may think.
Right.
Lawyers do not want to get involved in government thing because there's always a cap on what they can get, plus they're going against brethren and all the rest. And especially in town, it's rare to find an attorney that would sue its own county, plus I don't think you want that anyway.
Well, you got to remember the county has insurance that covers these lawsuits. You know, it's not like we're taking money out of mom and pop's pocket. Mom and pops are paying for that insurance for when the county gets sued every day of their life with taxes. They're already paying.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We're paying for their legal representation. We're paying for the amount of the suit if it does get approved. So we're getting screwed basically for trying to defend ourselves against the people that we elect to represent us.
No, we're not paying that lawsuit amount. The insurance pays it. The insurance is a set fee every year. The county has a rating as far as their risk is. Their risk is rated. The amount is set that is paid, and it doesn't matter how much money you suck out of Nye County. It doesn't come out of anybody's pocket that hasn't come out yesterday.
Yeah, it comes out of our taxes, though.
Well, every year, whether the county's sued or not, they pay that amount to that insurance company. They have to be covered. This county is not self-insured.
So they get a rating, and that determines the rate, right?
Right. They're insured. The county's insured, and we pay that insurance premium. We, the county, we, the people, our taxes pay that insurance premium every year.
Right.
And they just keep, you know, screwing us over.
Yep. Well, hopefully, more and more people all the time they're getting screwed, so they're becoming aware, and they're getting involved, some of them.
Well,
we need a lot more, though.
Yeah, there's just, hopefully, I don't know what the answer is. Hopefully these meetings, these complaints, the AG, we got to get somebody from the outside to come in here and look things over. Yeah, and
to me, it all starts at the top. Until you get straightened out at the very highest levels, everybody is protected by the pyramid above them.
Yeah, there's a simple solution to the sheriff's problem. You put an honest sheriff in there, and he goes in and fires all of these flunkers, and there's probably not that many dishonest, crooked, criminally oriented sheriffs. You know, just a few, and they make the place a miserable place for the honest police to work.
Yep.
Just bad news.
Yep.
Well, I can't think of anything else, can you?
Okay, no, thanks a lot for calling, Richard.
You bet. Good to talk to you. Bye-bye now.
You too. Bye-bye. And by the way, I was in the Navy 22 years. One of the real learning experiences of my life is I was sent off to a remote place in Turkey because the command that was in charge had been relieved because of all kinds of nightmares that were going on. And the inspector general was sent over. They got rid of the commanding officer, executive officer, all the chiefs, etc. And I was one of a bunch that was sent over to replace them. And it was a nightmare. It was a one-year tour. I had I had an attempt on my life and threats on my life, but it can be done. And the key is, again, at the top. The bad cops, the bad sailors, the bad whoever are going to change if they see it's not going to be tolerated. If it's tolerated, nobody can do anything. Hi, Amy. What you got, girl?
Hi. I heard the last caller talking about Dwights Meeting. He does have one set up for February the 4th at 1:30 to 4:30 at the library. It's going to be after the DA with the donut meeting. So for those people that have an issue and have proof, that would be a great place to get started and hopefully get some changes made.
Say that again. What date?
February the 4th at the library at 1:30 to 4:30.
And that's Saturday, right?
Right. It'll be after the DA meeting.
Right.
Okay.
Great. Thank you.
When we're talking about whistleblowers, I want to say briefly that, you know, we've got to have some way for people to get the information to the public without fear of being prosecuted. So I'm not really for putting whistleblowers in jail.
Absolutely.
So I know you're going to go on break, so I wanted to call in quickly and let you know what the meeting was about.
Great. Thanks a lot, Amy.
Okay. Thank you. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye-bye. One of the issues that, by the way, keeps coming up is this word corruption. And I've looked up a bunch of the NRSs on corruption, the legal definition, and on and on. And basically, corruption indicates that some government official has been paid off by some entity, and therefore we're getting screwed. It doesn't insinuate the incompetence or the unprofessionalism or anything else. However, we are a sad society if we tolerate all the things involved in government and its exploitation of the people. Like Ray said, civil servants, that is what government is. They make a fortune compared to what we do. I went through the Nye County pay scales again today on the internet, and it's called transparentnevada.com. And the salaries are just humongous. The average citizen, a single person in Nye County is making around $19,000 a year. The average government's got to be somewhere around 100 grand. At the top end, it's 200 grand. Now, this is total compensation, but that should never exist. Government should never dwarf the salaries of its citizens, who should be their masters, not the people that they exploit. So this whole nightmare we've been living through and accepting absolutely has to stop. The only way to do it is more and more people saying, we are not going to take it anymore. And there's a great film that was made called Network. And one of the great speeches of all times was on that film where the guy opens the window. And I'll get back out after the break. Thanks for watching.